and the members of the public. Could we, before we sit down, have a minute's silence for Joshua Jolles, who, as you know, passed away a couple of months ago, and hadn't got enough of us here at that time to actually pay our respects. So I'd like to do that now, please. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Now, I understand there's councillors who'd like to say a few words for Joshua. Okay, David, thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Joshua was born in Florence in 1934. He came to England in 1939 when Mussolini joined Adolf Hitler. His father was a professor of chemistry and worked for ICI and coming to England. In actual fact, he was credited with producing the Teflon coat that protected pilots from fires during aircraft fires. Joshua followed in his footsteps as a scientist and worked in the chemical industry. He set up the first chemical waste and recycling site in Israel for disposal of dangerous chemicals. In 1986, he retrained as a science teacher and taught chemistry in England for over 20 years. He was married to Muriel for over 50 years and they had 3 children and many grandchildren. He was a decent man and always tried to help improve the lives of people of Harlow, and he had friends in both the Conservative and Labour parties. After his second stroke in 2017, he was very proud of the fact that he could still do the Times crossword in about an hour. Myself and Josh have been friends for over 20 years. He will be missed. Thank you.
On behalf of the Labour Group, can I say it's an honour and privilege to be able to speak a few words for a tremendous champion for Harlow. The picture that is behind you, Chair, is actually directly from the 77 exhibition that the Council sponsored last year to celebrate our 70th anniversary. And actually what we did is we found 70 people who came from different areas of life, different experiences with innovation, with art, with understanding and passion. And the thing that brought us all together was our love for Harlow. Josh was one of the 70, and we now have the exhibition in the Harvey Centre, and I do urge all councillors to have a look at that. It's there for 2 weeks, and then it is a portable exhibition, and we hope over the next 12 months we'll be able to take it around the town. On the opening of that exhibition, I had the privilege of speaking, and we directly referred ourselves to one of our comrades that we had lost during this period of time. Anybody who knew Josh and anybody who knew him in this chamber, you could always know you were going to be entertained by Josh. There was never a meeting where that gentleman didn't have an opinion on something, and he was very brave to actually say it. And I have to say, to his credit, he would say that even though there may well have been a whip or whatever was wrapped around him. If he felt passionate around him, he would say it because he believed it. And he was a champion of champions over these particular issues. Josh was an ambassador for Harlow. He was very forthright, he was very honest, and he was very passionate for his belief of his town and his community. He was a strong advocate for my 4 colleagues opposite around the aspirations of the Tory party in good times and also in bad times. But he was also an advocate for his culture and for his beliefs and for his community. And he never lost that, and he would always talk up Harlow. He was always robust, but one of the great gifts he had was that he was respected, and he respected other people's views. And there were strong views when I first joined this council between certain individuals from the Labour Council and the Tories, and some of us know who those people are, but he always kept his dignity about him. So he's a champion of champions. He was so strong, he actually decided to become an independent councillor. He disagreed with my colleagues opposite and set up a small group called HIP, the Harlow Independence Party. Unfortunately, it wasn't as successful as his aspirations were. There is an old cliche that we stand on the shoulders of giants. And I have to say, Josh was a giant. He is a strong advocate, and he had great passion for our town and our community. And part of standing on those shoulders is that he gave us our history. He gave us our values. And as we go forward as a new town, 70 plus, we have to remember the Joshes of these worlds, because they were the pioneers. They are the people that made the difference. And Josh made the difference to this chamber, to us as councillors, but also for the wider community. So we have lost a pioneer, but we will not forget the pioneering spirit that Josh brought to Harlow. Thank you.